Why do you think God would turn a woman into a pillar of salt? Many years ago, there lived a man named Abraham along with his wife Sarah. They were very happy, but as the years passed, they became more and more sad because they wanted to have a baby and couldn't. One night, Abraham heard the voice of God telling him that he would make his family numerous. He also told him to leave his town and go to a place that he would show him. Abraham obeyed and left his town with his family, possessions, servants, and his nephew Lot, who was also with them. As they walked, God led them to the land of Canaan. There Abraham's servants began to fight with Lot's servants. So Abraham and his nephew decided to separate and take different paths. Year after year, Abraham and Sarah grew older and still did not have children. One day, Abraham heard a voice telling him to look at the sky and count the stars, because one day his family would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Shortly after, Abraham received 3 visitors who were heading to the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, where his nephew Lot was staying. Abraham, upon seeing them, knew that one of them was God in the form of humans. At that moment, his wife Sarah arrived, and one of the strangers informed them that he would return within a year, and by then Sarah would have a son. Sarah was surprised and did not believe how she, being so old, could become pregnant, but the stranger reminded her that nothing is impossible for God. Then, Abraham went up the hill with the 3 strangers to see the 2 cities called Sodom and Gomorrah, well known for being inhabited by very wicked people. It is there where Abraham realized that the 2 strangers accompanying God were actually angels. Therefore, one of the strangers informed Abraham that they would enter those cities to verify if it is really true that the people are very wicked, and if so, they would completely destroy the cities. At that moment, the angels went to Sodom and Gomorrah, while Abraham, very concerned, asked God to spare those cities if there were at least 10 good people. So, God assured Abraham that, just for them, if there were at least 10 righteous people, he would save those cities. But when the angels arrived at the city of Sodom, the people were so wicked with them that Lot was the only one who treated them well and welcomed them into his home. However, all the people surrounded Lot's house demanding that he hand over the angels, and before they could commit any wicked act against Lot's house, the angels made all the men outside, old and young, blind. The angels asked Lot and his family to leave the city immediately because it would be destroyed. However, Lot hesitated to leave, so the angels took him by the hand along with his wife and daughters. As they left the city, the angels ordered the family not to look back. At that moment, fire and sulfur began to rain down, destroying the cities. Lot and his family were safe. However, Lot's wife did not obey the angels and looked back, causing her disobedience to turn her into a pillar of salt.